former teacher and now parent, and I can see a splitting that's happening in society, and it has nothing to do with politics. I did another video regarding this having to do with a splitting regarding technology and moderation versus not. This is something entirely different, but connected. The splitting is parents who teach their kids versus those that don't. Why are teachers leaving in droves? And many of them are homeschooling their kids. If you were just leaving, it's one thing, but leaving and pulling your kids is a whole nother part. Generally speaking, here's what I saw. First of all, it is not cool to learn at all. It's not cool to be respectful to teachers or people in general. Being a victim is viewed as a good thing. And from a general sense, we have dumbed down schools. We're eliminating gifted classes, and just the class structure itself has changed. So what an honor student looks like today is not what it looked like 20 years ago. And the bottom, which used to be a baseline of had some semblance of knowledge and intellect, is now unable to read, unable to write, unable to think. And the school systems are passing these kids along regardless of that. Now, what teachers see is the dumbing down of society, the bringing everyone down. And so you might be the parent who's saying like, but I teach my kid, so they're going to be okay. Are they? Because if the school is now moving everything downward towards the bottom and having to deal with these bottom, is your kid being challenged, being pushed? Because what I've seen is that it now no longer is good to push through hard. If a kid,
and this is it's so crazy how we can connect the dots. I promise you, I don't watch any of the content that we react to live on this show at all. I might watch like the first 3 seconds, right? But shout out to this guy because he's telling the truth. I know he is because my mom was telling me the same thing a couple years back when she was a teacher. She was like, they're dumbing down what the kids actually have to learn in order for them to get past, and they're just passing them regardless. But what does it sound like to you? It sounds like to me, it's grown ass adults that have the same mindset. I wonder why. Because they have the same mindset as to where schools are teaching kids, hey, you don't have to try as hard. You know what I'm saying? You can still pass. You can still get away. You can still be comfortable, which is what the trap that they want you to fall in. They don't want you to think for yourself. They don't want you to think out the box. They want you to raise your hand. Well, don't get me wrong. Certain grade levels, they need that, right? They need that structure, but they want you to ask for everything, ask permission for everything when you have the control over your own life. If you're asking yourself, where did my money go? Why is it going out so fast? Why is everything so expensive? It's because you've adopted the victim mindset, and children are being taught not those things, but these principles, these actions that make them feel an emotion that make them say, you know what? I'm throwing my hands up because anyways, we got to live some way. I got you know what I'm saying? I'm trying. Just because you try doesn't mean that you did your best. Just because you try doesn't mean you deserve to get to that next step. It just doesn't, right? And we're talking like on a broad span here. This is multiple grade levels that are doing this. I know this because my mom was a teacher for 20 years. You can quote me on that one, man. Like it's insane what's happening right now, man.
complains and they're like, no, this is too hard, we are very quick to be like, all right, well, here's a way of making it easier. That's not how we grow.
Nope.
And it should be teachers who know this. But it doesn't help that they're not getting the support to push the upper level kids up higher. And because they're so busy with dealing with the bottom that they can't deal with the top. So then there's this split, and the top ones are not being challenged or pushed as much as they should be. And the bottoms are the ones being catered to, but it's so hard to move them anywhere with absolutely zero support from
This kind of sounds like the wealth gap to me. I just wanted to implement that, like insert this right there. It sounds like the wealth gap, even though you're in, like your kids may be in school and it's like, well, they're not dealing with money, but it's the mindset behind it. You get what I'm saying? The have and have nots, those who are excelling and those who barely push. Call it what you want, but I think poverty is a choice.
And that's what it all comes down to. The parents that spend time at home teaching their kid, pushing their kid, challenging their kid so that they excel and keep moving upward and learning how to deal with failure are going to do so much more in life just in general than the ones who are continued to be like, it's okay. It's okay to be offended. It's okay that you can't read. It's okay that you can't do that. We're just going to push you along. We're just going to push you along. It's fine. And along with this, it's a total lack of emotional intelligence, which is
What did I
why
just say?
a kid tries something, fails, and then it's, I'm stupid. I'm
What did I just say? Just because you try doesn't mean you deserve to get to the next step. Just because you try doesn't mean you did your best. I don't even like the word try because try, like, oh, I'm trying to, make more money. I'm trying to succeed and pass this test. You don't try to pass. You either do it or you don't. You either work on it or you don't. You're either committed to it or you're not. You don't try to do anything. Try is an ugly word to me because it gives you the excuse to say, I gave an effort, but something was unfair along the way. I tried. I tried. You tried? Really? What do you want out of trying? Nobody ever deserved or won a race or got something super like accomplished. Like they never accomplished something extravagant by trying. They just did. And if they failed, then they pick up the sticks and went back to work. It's called tenacity. And a lot of you watch my videos. I know you know tenacity because I see that the generations that are younger, they're not getting taught that. But the older generations, yeah, like I've always looked at people in a characteristic way. Whether it was a mechanic working on a car and he has tenacity of finding out what the problem is, I'm like, man, you got really good at that. How did you learn that? I had this problem myself years ago, and I learned how to fix it. You know what I'm saying? Like working through problems instead of sitting, pouting, feeling pity. Again, this happens with grown ass adults. Oh, the economy. Somebody got to be making money in the economy, bro. Somebody has to. Somebody's making money. Oh, let's blame them instead of actually doing. Oh, I tried to make more money. I tried to get a raise. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't. So I'm gonna blame my boss. I'm gonna blame the economy. I'm gonna blame. No, 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 no. And the thing is, kids see this. They hear it. They hear the conversations about money. All right, lack of something, and they adopt it. That's exactly how some grown-ups actually carry on and carry that to their kids. It's a generational curse.
I'm dumb. I'll never know this. Fixed mindset, closed mindset, and not having the mental capacity to understand that it's okay to fail, it's okay to make mistakes, and challenging things make you grow. That's why the thing is, whether the teacher leaves or doesn't leave, their kids are going to have a leg up because teachers realize that this is what's happening in schools and know that they have to challenge their kid more at home because it's not really going to be happening at school. And we're honestly seeing the beginning stages of the movie Idiocracy, where people get into society, they're kids that are going to become adults, where they can't read, they can't write, and they're so easily manipulated because they're always just flowing with the cool thing. And they're like, tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. Okay, I guess everyone else is doing this, so I'll just do it. There's absolutely no critical thinking. And that's how you end up with, wait, Gatorade is better because it has electrolytes. Come on, bruh. You should know that. And the thing is, that's moving towards the majority. So yeah, what are the things that are splitting us? It's the use of technology, it's the use of AI, and it is just plain and simple parents. And yes, the kids who only have one parent or divorced parents definitely are going to have an even tougher time with this because that's a
I don't think AI is going to make people stupid. I think the way people use AI makes people stupid, but it's also going to make a lot of people have a lot more information in a very short amount of time because honestly, AI reads stuff on the internet and stuff. Like we've been having the internet and search engines for a long time now. The same source of information that would have taken you minutes can take seconds for AI to give it to you. So, yeah, he lost me with that one, but I do agree with most of what he said. If you like this type of content, make sure you subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below.
The amount of videos that keep rolling through my timeline of teachers that are not returning to the classroom after the winter break tomorrow should have you parents concerned. But let me tell you why they're not coming back. Because of the other videos that we keep seeing of you delusional ass parents and your bullshit. Case in point, there's a lady right now that is so upset. She is livid that her son cannot participate in the school play because that is a consequence from him pulling down another kid's pants at school.
What?
She said, boys will be boys. Not her freaking son is a bully. And
I'm not finna get a copyright strike because of that music in the background, but discipline your kids so they know right from wrong. They know right from wrong. They're just not afraid of the consequences. How do I know that? I was a kid once. I wasn't afraid of the consequences. My mom had to tell me a lot of times. Do you think before the actions that you made before you did this? I was like, you know what? Nah. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't anything that really taught me to think twice about the actions that I made or think about the consequences that could happen more than taking away my electronics. If you haven't been able to tell, I'm a huge nerd. I got computers, I got iPhone, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm very tech savvy. I love electronics. But yeah, discipline your kids. It makes the teachers' jobs more difficult when they're not acting right. I think that's more. I can't even call it simple. I'm not a parent, but I do know that communication isn't communicated unless it's interpreted in a way where a kid understands maybe I shouldn't do this. To be crying about your kid not being able to be a part of a play, man, what? Missing me with that one. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below.
America, I didn't quit teaching. It's crazy because I didn't think I'd be making this video so soon. I knew at some point I would cross paths and I need to make it, but not like this.
At some point.
I want to clear the air before anybody get to assuming I was not fired. I was not forced to resign or anything like that. I actually quit because I had some family issues going on that I needed to attend to. And so I had to go home and visit family and stuff like that, make sure they were straight. But even aside from that, had these issues like with family not have happened, I still would have probably quit. Just because the school I was at was just a hostile work environment. To be honest with y'all, it's not the kids, bro. The kids wasn't the problem. It's the adults,
The kids
bro.
this time.
The adults that I work with, they just be doing too much, man. And if anybody watched my videos, y'all know I got the patience of a saint. So like, if I tell y'all the adults the problem, it was the adults, bro. The adults are the problem. About 2 weeks ago when this happened, and I've been depressed. You know, I never think I'll probably jump online and tell y'all that I'm depressed. I'm one of them people that really keep stuff within my inner circle. But I figured being a content creator, you know, you all have helped me build this platform as well as share this stuff with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I want to say that I'm going to go back to teaching. Not a forever with teaching. I'm not, at least not right now, at least, you know, but I am going to get back into teaching. But yeah, man, like I'm really at a point where I don't know what to do. Like I don't know what's next for me. I just feel like I'm at a point now where I've hit my ceiling with content creation and I can't get through that.
All right, bet. So I thought he was going to be talking about like teaching more, but he left because of a family emergency. I can understand that, you know what I'm saying. But he said that his workplace wasn't too great either way because of the people he was working with. So he it sounds like he doesn't want to go back to that school, which brings it to a whole nother level. It's like not only are you dealing with kids and how their parents teach their kids and the stress of teaching kids, but you're also coworkers. Didn't even think about that in the beginning, but have you ever been a teacher? Have you ever had hard to work with coworkers as a teacher? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to know what was your experience and what was the situation that happened.
Did we all quit during the break? Because I came back to work today and there's some teachers gone. Students are asking if the teachers got fired. Of course, that's what a kid would say is like, oh, did this teacher get fired? They might have resigned. Teachers, what's going on? Did everybody resign over Christmas break? Did we all quit during the break?
So this teacher literally came back and saw teachers missing and stuff. And the kids are hilarious. Like they're gonna come up with conspiracies and I don't know how she's answering them, but to be a teacher and then have your coworkers just not show up after they're like responsible for kids and stuff is crazy. That's how you know it's getting bad out here with teaching and the curriculum that they're given and the environment that they're working in, and also the kids and also the coworkers. Like, it's a lot. I would not want to be a teacher unless I loved it. You know what I'm saying? I do like teaching, but not like that. I don't wouldn't want to have a full blown classroom. But shout out to the teachers. I didn't say that this whole show, but I just want to say shout out to the teachers because I know they work their ass off. I know they deserve to get paid more, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be asking for salaries or whatnot. But I just know that it's a big job, man. That's a big job. I'm good. I got one niece, two nephews, and three nephews actually. I'm good. Babysitting, I'm good. Like taking 20 students, I'm good. You gotta love teaching, man. I'm good. And I love kids. But 20 at the same time, I'm good. If you like this type of content, make sure you subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below.